grade, and welcome to another social studies lesson. We've been learning about how people work to earn money. And they use their income to purchase wants and needs or goods and services. Today we're going to learn how to describe people who buy goods and services and people who make the goods or provide the service. So if you give me a moment, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. Okay, so our lesson today is on producers and consumers. And our I can statement, we always start our lesson with that. We can explain what it means to be a producer and a consumer. The title of our mini book today is We Are Producers and Consumers, and it is written, the author is Karen Jones. If you had $20, what would you buy? Would you buy goods like a new toy, a game, or clothes? Would you buy a service like a haircut or go and see a show? People who buy and use goods and services are called consumers. Consumers pay money that they have earned to use a service or obtain a good. When you buy lunch, you are a consumer. When you go to a movie, you are a consumer. When you buy a present for a friend, you are a consumer. People who make a good or provide a service are called producers. This is because they are producing something. They are creating a good for people to buy, or they are performing a service that will help people. Factory workers are producers because they make goods. Bakers are producers because they bake foods. Mail carriers are producers because they provide a service. They deliver your mail. Producers make the good or service, and consumers buy the good or use the service. So on the left, you see a baker. He has made the bread, so he is a producer. And on the right, you see a woman eating a sandwich with the bread. So she is using the good, so she is the consumer. Mila and her family go to a restaurant. The chef makes their food. The chef is the producer. Mila and her family are the consumers. They are buying and eating the food. Many people in their day-to-day life are both producers and consumers. Jose is a barber. He is a producer because he provides a service to people when he cuts their hair. Jose also needs food to eat and clothes to wear. When he goes shopping to buy goods like food or clothing, he becomes a consumer. Consumers have to make smart decisions about what they spend their money on. Since money is limited, people cannot buy everything they want. Most consumers spend money on their needs first, like food, clothing, and shelter. Extra money that they have goes towards their wants. People are both producers and consumers. Producers and consumers help our economy run smoothly. They help put people to work to earn income so they can purchase wants and needs. So let's see if we can tell the difference between a producer and a consumer. So when I show you this slide, you're going to tell if the person or people are acting as producers or consumers. Producer or consumer. Samara and Jade are riding their new bikes. So you have to ask yourself, did Samara and Jade make the bikes or are they using the bikes? Since they are using the bikes, they are a consumer. Producer or consumer. Mrs. Harris bought a new book for her class. Did she make the book or is she using the book? She's using the book, so she is a consumer. Producer or consumer? The Jones family is eating dinner made with food they bought from the grocery store. Are they a producer or a consumer? Well, they didn't grow the food. They bought the food and they are using it. They're eating it, so they are the consumers. Producer or consumer? John's dad bought him a new shirt for the first day of school. Again, he didn't make the shirt, but he bought it and he's using it, so he is the consumer. Angie is a mechanic who fixes cars in her garage. So is she a producer or a consumer? This one could be a little tricky. So she's not making something, but she's providing a service. She's fixing the car, so she is a producer. Producer or consumer? Mr. McMurray's cows produce milk that he sells to grocery stores. So he is providing the good, he is selling it, so he is the producer. Producer or consumer? Maria is a baker and sells breads and pastries at her bakery. What do you think? Since Maria makes the bread, she is the producer. Producer or consumer? Tyrell welds steel beams that will be used to build skyscrapers. So since he is making something, he is a producer. Okay, and this is the sheet that you'll be working on at home. So it says, this is Nia. She works as a seamstress making dresses, and after work, Nia goes to the movies with her sister. So you're going to answer the question, how is Nia being a producer? And we want to answer in a complete sentence, so make sure you do that. Nia is a producer because, and give us a reason. Don't forget your capitals and punctuation. How is Nia being a consumer? She is a consumer because, go ahead and answer that question. And when you get to the bottom, let's make sure we fill in our bubbles nicely and neatly. Number 1, a consumer makes and sells things. Number 2, a consumer buys and uses goods and services. Number 3, people can be both producers and consumers. Don't let that one trick you. The word both is there, so make sure you pay attention to that. So again, our learning target today was we can explain what it means to be a producer and a consumer. So hopefully now you know the difference between a producer and a consumer. And what you need to remember, remind yourself that a producer is the one who makes the good or provides the service. A consumer is the person who buys it or uses the good or service. So that's how you tell the difference. Hope you have a great day. See you soon.